Durban City volunteers launched a community care campaign in the aftermath of riots. With the mindful treatment of Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, a serious COVID patient has recovered. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. In mid-July, political turmoil swept through South Africa. As a result, large-scale riots took place. Few shops survive in Johannesburg and Durban. After the riots, compassion is still needed. Durban City volunteers launched a community care campaign called Rebuild with Love.
Put this wicket gate, okay, and bring us to the gate. I'm not gonna argue.
On the 8th day after the riots, the political climate in Durban, South Africa gradually calmed down, and local volunteer teams immediately began to care for the community. In addition to caring for the Dharma family, volunteers also sought to understand the current situation and safety of local communities.
After the riots, many shops were ransacked. The price of goods became very expensive. A loaf of bread increased by 2 times, and so did the cost of charging a mobile phone, which also became more expensive. We had no money to recharge our phones at all. We did not participate in the riot, but we accepted it, and life has been more miserable after the riot.
Such uneasiness has affected people's livelihoods. Durban volunteers put forward a community care plan, Rebuild with Love. On the one hand, they overcome all difficulties to purchase daily use resources. On the other hand, they also mobilize manpower to care for each household.
During the riot, the bank and post office ATMs were destroyed and no money could be collected at all, thanks to Tzu Chi for sending food. This has helped the community a lot because many people don't have food to eat. Few charitable organizations like Tzu Chi really care about the needs of residents.
In the greater Durban area, Tzu Chi has a total of 180 locations where care is provided, but about 70 were affected by the riot this time. Volunteers prepared 7 items for distribution and gave them according to the different needs of each family.
After the riots, community volunteers kept contacting me. They said that many people have no food to eat. Fortunately, Tzu Chi will soon come to distribute rice, so they won't be short of food. I can also start to return to the community and continue our regular visits and care work.
I want to thank Tzu Chi for its aid to our community. There are many people in the community who are facing hunger because it's difficult to buy food after the riots. But Tzu Chi brought us food and I'm really grateful.
After nearly half a month of visits by local volunteers, all communities in Durban have slowly returned to normal state. But the caring program Rebuilding with Love will not stop as everyone in the community seeks to move forward.
During the pandemic, the Tzu Chi Foundation donated oxygen concentrators and ventilators to the affiliated hospital and research center of SRM University in India. At the 16th anniversary of SRM University, they connected with Tzu Chi in the cloud. Some exchange students also presented bamboo coin bags to Tzu Chi to express their gratitude.
Present your bamboo banks to the
Exchange students from SRM University in India presented their bamboo bags of love to help their hometown.
We were worrying about our family and our people there. I'm very happy that we could do something to our country in the name of Tzu Chi Foundation because we could also help our people by giving little penny.
Hello, SRM. Are you able to hear us?
SRM University in India is a sister school of Tzu Chi University. At its 16th anniversary of establishment, the president thanked Tzu Chi for the assistance during the pandemic through a video call.
Tzu Chi helped India in one of the darkest times. First of all, I thank them for choosing India, which was at that time was in dire need of oxygen and oxygen concentrators.
The Tzu Chi Foundation has been cooperating with local religious groups in India for a long time and continues to pay attention to the pandemic situation, providing timely assistance whenever necessary.
The most important part is poverty relief. We have been doing this for a long time, and now apart from India, we slowly expanded to other surrounding areas. There are 7 countries in total.
What's your major? You guys major?
Human genetics.
Through academic exchange between Taiwan and India, the exchange students share their love to build a bridge for charity.
In the Summer Online Companion Program, there are more than 2,000 students. Most of them come from disadvantaged families. After school suspension and the summer vacation, they may have a substantial loss of learning ability. With Young Volunteers Company as well as the learning software and hardware, it is hoped that the learning interests of these children can be maintained.
Yi Ting, who just graduated from junior high school, is the chef of the family. Before dark, she must finish cooking dinner for the whole family.
I started to learn it when I graduated from elementary school.
She is very skillful in housekeeping, and she is the idol of her younger sister.
My sister is very good at cooking and collecting cups.
I'm busy working outside. I have no time. She's the one who helps me.
Her biggest task in the summer vacation is to take care of the 5-year-old younger sister and the elderly grandmother.
Grandma has injured her leg, so I need to sleep on the ground at night.
At daytime, if someone asks me to do a cleaning job at about 3.5 per hour, I will take the job, and when I come back in the afternoon, she has already finished cooking dinner.
After finishing all housework, it is Yi Ting's most cherished me time.
We can't go out, but I still feel that it's similar to the school class. After graduation, I haven't read any books in the summer vacation. The elder sisters taught us some concepts. I prefer to have it every day. I don't want to do housework. I'm tired of cooking.
At night, she can finally release the responsibility of taking care of the family temporarily. She can interact with the elder sisters and peer schoolmates in the online classroom. Only at this moment, she is the one who is cared for.
Disadvantaged families, intergenerational education, or single-parent families, because of the age barrier, we use the online companion learning model to allow children to interact with peers of the same age online to reduce their loneliness.
To avoid the loss of learning ability of disadvantaged children, the Tzu Chi Foundation has set a budget of more than 1 billion NT dollars for the anti-epidemic materials donation, in which 20% is used to support online learning for students. 5,000 laptops were delivered to children in need. Si Yihuan of the Sasia tribe was one of them. She was about to leave the tribe to study in the boarding high school. This gift came in the right time.
It's more convenient to attend classes. We may need to do some reports in high school. It's better to do it with a laptop. Otherwise, I will need to do it with a mobile phone, or else I will earn money to buy one later.
Yihuan, whose eyesight was excellent, showed signs of myopia because of staring at the mobile phone screen often. Her younger brothers and sister also sit on the roadside attending online classes with their mobile phones.
My phone is charging upstairs. It's out of battery, so I can't attend class.
Participating in online companion studies with a laptop is new to the whole family, and their brother and sister crowded together to listen. The scholarships awarded by Yihuan in junior high are sufficient for her high school registration and also the tuition fees of her younger siblings. She is grateful for the donations from all walks of life.
The school helped us apply, and the scholarship was held by the teacher. There are many scholarships to apply from the surroundings, and there are countless people who have donated in the past 3 years.
Giving hopes to disadvantaged children, only by continuous learning can their future be turned over by education.
In Taiwan, as schools are about to open, Keelung City volunteers have prepared laptops for impoverished students. They held a donation ceremony at the Jingsi Hall. Besides giving out this gift of love, they also reminded the students to cherish the resources. As the schools are about to open, Keelung City volunteers have prepared learning tools for impoverished students. They invited students and their parents to go get laptops at Jingsi Hall.
The computers are donated by kind-hearted people. After receiving the computers, we must cherish them and use them for studies and not play games.
Since I did not have a computer, it was not convenient to do word processing. After getting the laptop, I can join online courses to make reports and do researches on the internet. It is very useful.
Before the summer vacation, the children have joined online courses for more than a month. However, many impoverished students do not have adequate 3C appliances. Tzu Chi has reached out to them.
My daughter was using her young brother's tablet, but then her younger brother would want to play games with it, so she could not attend online courses. She missed many classes. Thank you for giving us computers so we can continue our studies.
After having this laptop, the two brothers can improve their learning quality. At least the screen is big, so that as they read, their eyesight won't deteriorate. It is bigger and the screen is also big.
With the simple donation ceremony, Tzu Chi volunteers want to remind the children to cherish the resources donated by kind-hearted people, planting the seeds of kindness in the young minds. After Luo Guofeng's father passed away for 49 days, he was notified that his bone marrow matched with a patient. He was quite surprised to see such a coincidence. He's determined to do this good deed on behalf of his father.
Every tick on the counter is followed by a Buddhist chant. This is a blessing to Luo Guofeng.
After reading through files and looking at videos, some people are dying because after using all therapies and methods, if those don't work, the last resort is to use bone marrow transplant. This is to help them at the toughest of times and to also give them hope. I want to hold on to this belief.
During the pandemic, volunteers kept on caring and accompanying Luo Guofeng.
Master Zheng Yin said, in order to save one person, save one family. If we are disciplined, then we can help them. So if we want to help others, we must contribute our efforts.
In 2002, Luo Guofeng joined a Zijing club in school as he registered for bone marrow matching. After 19 years, the match was found, yet he was facing the sadness of losing his father.
When I received the phone call, my father just passed away. My emotions went from sadness to happiness and excitement. I'm bringing the body that my father and mother gave me and helping out with continuing others' life.
As Luo Guofeng helped out others with kindness, his spirit of great love has surely made his father proud.
Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital has treated a 36-year-old COVID patient. Her weight is 170 kilograms, and she was treated in the ICU. In the beginning, her conditions were unstable. The medical team did their best to treat her. Finally, the patient has recovered and was discharged from the hospital. 36-year-old COVID patient Little Feng has received treatment in the ICU due to breathing problem and unstable blood oxygen. After 1.5 months, she has finally recovered.
I am really touched that I can survive the illness. I felt amazing after waking up. It is all thanks to the nurses and medical team.
Her brother has passed away due to COVID-19 in another hospital, saddening the family.
The medical workers are very good, and the doctor also took the initiative to explain things to the patient's family. I feel really touched. While my brother was hospitalized at another hospital, we could not call him, and the doctor and nurses did not give us calls to explain his situation.
The medical team has treated Little Feng as if she's their little sister.
We took the role of her brother. If it is our family explaining the patient's situation to another family member, then the communication would be easier.
The patient, who has worried many people, has recovered and returned home with the mindful treatment of the medical team. Dr. Zheng Guangren in Zhanghua was working in his clinic. Suddenly, someone called for help. It turned out that a man fainted at the intersection. His face turned dark without breathing and heartbeat. Dr. Zheng performed CPR for him until the ambulance arrived. Eventually, the man regained consciousness.
The ambulance hurried to the intersection of Guangfu Road and Binsen Road in Zhanghua City. A man was lying on the side of the road. Another man in the blue shirt performed CPR.
That person was already lying on the road. His face was dark and his heart was no longer beating.
The rescuer was Zheng Guangren, a physician at a gastroenterology clinic nearby. He was at work in the clinic. Suddenly, someone called for help. He immediately rushed out to help.
I did CPR for about 4 to 5 minutes. I saw him take a breath.
Until the ambulance arrived, these 5 minutes of CPR saved the man's life.
If someone at the scene can do CPR, the patient's chance of being saved can be enhanced.
I feel relieved. I am pleased to be able to save a life.
It turned out that the man had a myocardial infarction. The operation went smoothly, and he regained consciousness. Dr. Zheng has been practicing medicine for more than 30 years and has saved countless lives. Yet, this experience is unforgettable.
In Taitung, Taiwan, as many young people left home for work, solitary seniors are left behind. As Tzu Chi second-hand assistive device platform learned of the needs of two seniors, they immediately delivered the devices. After exercising, 87-year-old Grandma Wang is heading home riding a mobility scooter. Since she has undergone pelvis bone surgery, she has to rely on assistive device as she goes to places.
I sleep for less than 2 hours at night. My foot cramped, so I woke up. It is really terrible.
As the volunteers visit her, Grandma Wang feels more at ease. However, in her heart, she's grateful that Tzu Chi has provided her husband an electric bed. She's now using it, which is very convenient.
If the senior cannot walk, she will become bedridden. Then she will lose her strength. For the family members, caring for her would be very difficult. This assistive device has given her a motivation to get up.
Sometimes the recipient cannot afford to buy the device, but she really needs it. So when they receive the device, they are very happy. When you see her expression, you will feel very moved.
Meanwhile, Ms. Wu, who lives in Chishang, suffers from mobility issues. Volunteers have come during nighttime to help improve the lighting and fall-proof facility in the restroom. They've also delivered a bathing chair.
The bathing chair is very convenient. It is very convenient to sit and take a shower. This way, my feet won't hurt. I also sit on the chair during the day.
A week after she used it, we visited her with the social worker. She was very happy and she no longer cries. I feel very moved.
With the volunteers' care, solitary Ms. Wu is no longer lonely. Before departing, volunteers also deliver their best wishes, hoping that her life will be healthy and peaceful. The pandemic situation in Malaysia is still ongoing, as some workers have jobs in different areas. So the volunteers in Malacca help men find a place to live. They're also helping in finding a new job.
After finding a new job, Tan Hak Pong is moving to a new place of residence as he starts a new chapter in life. Working at different regions, Tan Hak Pong was unable to return home after the pandemic. Tzu Chi volunteers in Malacca helped him in finding shelter and work.
I am moved, really, because along the way, during my toughest hours, I was blessed to be able to meet Tzu Chi. I'm happy to get a new job, and with this opportunity, I hope to do well at work and continue working. We wanted to care for you because we want to see you live a good life. Under this good environment, you have to cherish what you have, especially during the MCO. It's tough to find jobs.
As volunteers accompanied Tan Hak Pong during his toughest times, he made a wish to help others in the future.
I hope that in the future, if I can help others, if it's within my ability, I will be like Tzu Chi and help more people in need.
The Tzu Chi USA headquarters and entire regions in the United States jointly perform sutra adaptations. With a heart of piety and gratitude, everyone uses sign language, drama, chanting, drumming, and dancing to resonate with kind thoughts and pray for world peace.
The soft words, it moves our hearts.
刚刚美国总会
The love and compassion expressed in the performance by Tzu Chi headquarters are the truth, goodness, and beauty left behind by Dharma sessions. They will not disappear for eons of time. Today's sutra adaptation will describe this perpetual spirit. The Dharma assembly on Vulture Peak continues.
不散的法会。
To mark Tzu Chi 5th anniversary, Tzu Chi volunteers in the United States perform sutra adaptation during the auspicious month of the 7th lunar month. They interpret the scene of Buddha preaching the Dharma on Vulture Peak more than 2,500 years ago.
不过在灵鹫山上，
However, on Vulture Peak, the Buddha hoped that everyone would understand immeasurable meanings and sincerely learn and practice from the true Dharma.
源头的那一圣十法。
Therefore, the volunteers once again learn the sutra of the innumerable meanings in virtuous preaching and the 10 merits, and practice the Bodhisattva path diligently so as to get rid of self-attachment and habit in order to return the pure nature. In finale of sutra adaptation, Tzu Chi once again joined hands with STC Foundation, combining sign language and dance, allowing dancers to experience life through lyrics and music, and then interpret the sutra through body and facial expressions.
I'm telling the dancers that not everything goes smoothly in our life. We will encounter many difficulties and problems in our life. How do we overcome difficulties and problems, and how to make ourselves come out? We need to rely on wisdom to find the answer.
There are 108 on-stage volunteers from Tzu Chi USA headquarters, includes Tzu Chi commissioners, Tzu Chi volunteers, Tzu Chi youth, and parents.
我心中感到非常的喜乐。
I felt very happy in my heart, and I learned Tzu Chi's love and compassion again from it.
慈济的爱和慈悲。
Taking this opportunity to perform sutra adaptation is a promise to myself, which means that I hope to be able to involve more at Tzu Chi and follow in the footsteps of the master.
Since the end of 2019, the pandemic has raged around the world. USA Tzu Chi volunteers have participated in promoting vegetarianism through the performing sutra adaptation. They want to start from themselves and benefit the whole world as well as for themselves.
A bridge in Kaohsiung has been damaged by floodwater, and the roads have finally been reopened. When the roads were interrupted, Tzu Chi Air transported care packages to affected residents. Now the roads have reopened, they immediately deliver food to residents. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.